Here's the headline from the New York Times. Trump engaged in suspect tax schemes as he reaped riches from his father. Now, President Trump's already responded. He sent this out. The failing New York Times did something I've never seen done before. They used the concept of time value of money in doing a very old, boring and often told hit piece on me. Added up, this means that 97% of their stories on me are bad, never recovered from a bad election call. How about that? Judge Napolitano is here. Was there anything illegal what President Trump or Donald Trump did back in 1992?
Well, if the allegations in the Times article are correct, there are many unlawful acts, all of which are beyond the statute of limitations, so cannot be prosecuted. In fact, most of them are even beyond a civil statute of limitations, meaning the IRS or the state of New York could not claw back for taxes that were due. For example, they point out the sale of a condominium unit valued by real estate appraisers at $155 million for $15,000 from Fred Trump to Donald Trump in order to avoid transfer tax and gift tax and things like that. If true, that would be an act of fraud. They point out inflated and phony expenses and bills for items that never actually were bought or sold in order to reduce corporate liability. But the big thing that they point out is, and again, I'm in no position to assess the accuracy of this. Stuart, it's 79 pages. I read the entire report. I didn't read the summaries in the Times, but I read the entire report. And it requires a sophisticated expert in tax law and in accounting to assess this. But the big beef is the fraudulent undervaluing of assets that were given by the father to the children, including his sister, who is a federal judge.
Okay, hold on a second, Judge, because we got an epic and I think blistering response to the Times article from Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Yeah,
will you read it, please?
Yes, I would. I'd be delighted to. Here we go. Sarah Huckabee Sanders says, quote, Fred Trump has been gone for nearly 20 years, and it's sad to witness this misleading attack against the Trump family by the failing New York Times. Many decades ago, the IRS reviewed and signed off on these transactions. She goes on to say, the New York Times' and other media outlets' credibility with the American people is at an all-time low because they are consumed with attacking the president and his family 24/7 instead of reporting the news.
Very serious mistake for her to say that, because this has nothing whatsoever to do with his presidency. She is not hired by the federal government to defend his behavior before he was president. She's hired to be his mouthpiece while he is the president.
Why can't she attack the New York Times?
Because the statutes
prohibit the timing of this.
Well, the statutes prohibit the use of federal assets to defend personal behavior. He should have his lawyers. He had a brilliant statement from his lawyer, Charles Harder.
She's defending his character today because that's what's being brought into question.
But to attack the piece is marginally unethical. His lawyer, get that statement, Charles Harder, H-A-R-D-E-R, a very prominent New York City attorney, put out a very strong statement last night. There are actually quotes from Harder throughout the piece, so they were obviously engaging with his lawyer. I don't think the piece was a surprise
and Harder said,
to Trump.
You got it wrong.
Yeah, they relied on licensed professionals who took advice from licensed professionals.
The question is, are we going to be able to see the tax data and the tax returns?
Well, that's an interesting question, Emac, because they got their hands got their hands on some tax returns, and obviously they're not going to say how.
So here comes the New York Times. What is it today? October the 3rd, is that right? Oh, an October surprise for the New York Times. Right after the he threw ice headline.
This is so
I can't wait for the FBI to get to the bottom of that.